Wolves 3, Sheffield United 0. And a really entertaining game of football, to be fair. I was in the South Bank today. I had a little change when we sit in the North Bank. And I was really entertained. We've had too many FA Cup ties over the years where it almost feels like a chore game to watch Wolves. But today, the players who played well, and it was really entertaining. And I think Sheffield, it helped that as well. They didn't just sit back; they had a bit of a go. So credit to them. And they had a few chances. Defensively, we looked. Well, I say we looked a bit shaky. It was obviously Dendoncker and Marcel who would come in. Marcel in the first half, Dendoncker in the second half. Dendoncker, I thought, in midfield was poor and poor in defence. So that concerns me a little bit moving forward. But I think Bruno's just experimenting, really, getting Marcel in there and Dendoncker to see who's the best fit. And with Kilman moving over to the other side. But I thought today Podence was absolutely magic. He was a cut above anyone else on that pitch today. Fantastic he was. Just everything he did was right. So cute in his play. And we've often seen Podence have games like that. And today's got on the score sheet, which is a difference. He scored twice. And I think he got on the other assist too. So superb from him. First name on the sheet for us at the minute, him and Kilman. I thought Traore had a poor game. If that's the last game in a Wolves shirt, then we won't be holding it in very fond memories. He seemed pissed off when he come off as well. He looks like a player who doesn't want to be here. Played like a player who doesn't want to be here. So we'll wait to see what happens with that. But special mention for Fabio Silva today, who led the line with real maturity, like he did against United in the last 10 minutes. Really a baptism of fire the last two games. He looked very, very good today, linking up with Podence very well, and was unlucky not to get on the score sheet if it wasn't for a good save from Fotheringham. So really impressed today. I know it's Sheffield United, they're mid-table championship, and you can only beat what's in front of you, but it was real offensive football, zip on the play, 1-2s in and around the box, some intricate play. Jimenez came on and made a difference too, so no complaints whatsoever. Definitely up for the cup now, Norwich at home, another championship team, or championship team elect, so who knows what could happen. There's still some massive teams left in it, but good win, £15 as well, can't complain, decent from the club that, and on to the fourth round.
Hello, talking Wolves. So, yeah, professional job by Wolves. 3-0 win against Sheffield United in the FA Cup third round. Very happy. From the off, the starting lineup, yes, he was always going to make changes, but he went strong, didn't he? And I'm so happy. Bruno Lage has always showed Cups the respect they deserve, I guess. He did in the League Cup against Forest and Spurs, and he has today against Sheffield United. We expected, obviously, Fabio Silva to come in ruddy. Started Neves with Dendoncker. I thought he might start Moutinho, so fair play to him. Marcel in replace of Sace in left centre-back, which he played there for his previous club, didn't he? But it still didn't feel the best, and he ended up coming off half-time with a knock, I believe. But he had a few shaky moments. Good to see Aït-Nouri back in left wing-back, though. Obviously, Semedo right wing-back. And, man, Podence and Fabio Silva on absolute flames all game, really, while they were on the pitch. Great first goal. Fabio Silva obviously picking up the ball, setting up Podence, and a comfortable finish. The second goal from Semedo, after pretty much dominating most of the first half and going in 1-0, another amazing bit of skill from Podence, plays Aït-Nouri through, and a finish from Semedo, who's been criticised for not getting many goals for Wolves. I think his last one Man United? Last game of the season, Nuno, goodbye. I think it was, but brilliant from Semedo. He's been really good this season. He's had his critics, but you can't knock his performances this year. And then the last goal, great work by Raul, sets up that man again, Podence, open goal, but he does what he has to do, and an all-round fantastic performance. I'm so happy Bruno Lage took the cup. Seriously, as we've already said, some good performances in there. Really happy for Fabio Silva. He stood out and did really well, and he's got to be knocking on the door now and try and pressure Raul, hasn't he? Which is what we all want, and hopefully people can try not to get on his back so much, because that fee's always going to be there, isn't it? That big fee. But fair play to him today, really good. Obviously bringing on Raul and Trincao as well on about the 70th minute, 65th minute, whatever it was, shows more intent from Bruno, wasn't it? He was treating this game like, I want to win this. And Sheffield United, to be fair to them, early on, they come out the blocks fast. Sharp missed that one chance when he put it wide. Cody cleared one off the line on that one. It was a good save from Ruddy. And they had a goal disallowed, didn't they, for a high foot, I think it was, or a bit Billy Sharp again. So, good win. Really happy with it. Good attendance at Molineux as well. After seeing the Albion with their attendance, I think we put them to shame a bit in all compartments. But we're in the hat for the next round. That's all that matters. great win, morale high, nice little Sunday afternoon victory, and I want to get Kidderminster Harriers in the next round, and I hope we batter them, because I know a lot of people who say they're Man United fans, say they're Wolves fans, say they're Albion fans, say they're Villa fans, but all of a sudden they're diehard Kiddie fans after yesterday. So there we go. Now, congratulations to them, and let's hope we get them in the next round. Cheers, Talking Wolves, and I'll catch you all next video. Cheers.
So that's probably about as easy as it gets. Wolves 3, Sheffield United 0, comfortably through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. And a very, very impressive performance. I was lucky enough to go to the game today, and I absolutely loved everything that I saw. It was a pretty flawless performance, granted against obviously lower league opposition. But Sheffield United coming into this one were in good form. And so I was a little bit concerned that this could be a potential banana skin. But very strong lineup from Bruno Lage. Good to see him taking the cup seriously. Of course, he did say in his pre-match press conference that he does want to win titles with Wolves. So very, very ambitious, clearly. And we saw that with the lineup today. And I thought that it worked wonders. Massive shout out, particularly in the first half, to Fabio Silva and Daniel Podence. Podence more so in the second half as well. But Fabio Silva today was absolutely brilliant. Best performance in a Wolves shirt by a country mile. Should have got a goal, got an assist with the first goal as well. But he was so good at just dragging Sheffield United defenders out, linking up play. Some really nice flicks to link up the front three. Fantastic pressing as well. There was a lot of moments where there was essentially a dead rubber ball going back to the goalkeeper. He was chasing it down, putting Fotheringham under pressure, and you saw that it was working. Fotheringham's kicking was all over the place today. And I thought that he showed what he's capable of doing, which is being intelligent with his link-up play and his centre-forward play, and also being able to use his movement to get himself into good positions. Genuinely got so much potential. His movement for what should have been his goal was just absolutely scintillating. Fantastic intelligence to play the ball, then make the run and get onto it as well. Really nice attempt at the finish, of course, well saved. So very, very happy with his performance. I thought the midfield was superb again. I thought Neves, really, really good performance. Just comfortable on the ball, eases us in possession. So many good passes, pinging them left and right. I thought Dendoncker was very average today, I'll be honest. I think at times he just looks too immobile to be in that position, even in centre-half and in centre-mid. So I don't know what we're going to do with him. Fullbacks, I thought Aït-Nouri struggled at the start, but really grew into the game. Same thing with Semedo. I thought both of them were superb and linked up really, really well for the second goal. I thought that it was a brilliant bit of play by Daniel Podence to play Aït-Nouri in, and a wonderful cross and a good finish as well. Clinical, ruthless. That's what we want Wolves to be, and that's what we haven't been this season. But I thought in terms of our chances in the second half, I thought we were more ruthless. And we saw that with the third goal as well. Really good play from Jimenez to force Fotheringham into the mistake. Same thing Fabio did. Plays it across. I thought the chance might have gone on the edge of the box, but a really decent finish by Podence when you consider there was quite a few Sheffield United defenders still there that could have blocked it. You know, we have seen us miss chances. We saw Jota miss an easier chance than that for us against us. So very good finish from Podence. He was absolutely unbelievable today. Again, probably the best performance I've seen him put in a Wolves shirt. Similar to Fabio, the link-up play was just faultless. His movement was superb, constantly beating his players, looked full of confidence, and two really excellent finishes as well. We compare him to Hazard, but his style of play is exactly the same. So good, low centre of gravity, can beat his man all the time. I was disappointed with Traoré today. I think he just looks uninterested. If we're going to sell him, get the money. I thought he was poor again today, but overall the team was fantastic. And I think we deserved to go through, and I think that this competition could really, really suit us. We've got a fantastic defensive record. If we can keep that in this cup competition, we can genuinely go far again. Reminds me a little bit of our first season back when we had such a good defensive record in the cup competition. So who knows? Really good performance all around. I thought John Ruddy as well, hats off to him. I'd give him a bit of stick. He gets a bit of stick, but superb save at 2-0 against Billy Sharp, which could have made things interesting, but he made the save and we went on to win the game comfortably. So I thought it was, to a man, we were faultless. Good to see Jordan and Kundal get some game time as well. I thought they showed some nice touches, particularly Kundal as well. So plenty of positives for the future, and hopefully we can go far in this competition.
So Wolves come out 3-0 victors over Sheffield United today. It was a professional but by no means flawless performance. I think Podence starred the show, scoring another 2 goals. Looking really good in the cups for some reason. Neves bossed it in the midfield again, but this is expected from a player of his quality. And Fabio Silva gave another really good account of himself in a game that surprised me from the get-go because of the team that Bruno lay out. It was really strong considering the opponents we were playing, but that shows me that we could be on the verge of a cup run here. I think I'd love to see that from us. First half, shaky moments in the first 10-15 minutes, a bit of defensive confusion, and with Billy Sharp and McGoldrick making a nuisance of themselves, but this quickly ended from the first goal of the game, where Daniel Podence slotted home after some good work from Fabio Silva after a poor back pass. So that kind of gave us a good foothold in the game to kind of build from there. I think that was, the first half ended. It was a first half of just regaining a bit more control from the game. Second half came in, foot on the gas again. I think Nelson Semedo finished his goal wonderfully. From a guy who doesn't have the best shooting in the world. He gets into some good positions, but always struggles to finish them off. So, it was good to see him grab another goal. And after some good work from Raul Jimenez, took it off the keeper, laid it off to Podence, and Podence finished past a couple of Sheffield United defenders. But overall, a good performance. I was happy with it, considering teams can become complacent, and that's what happens when you get FA Cup upsets. But I was pleased with that, to be honest. It's a good stepping stone into the next Premier League game. So, yeah.
Good win today in the FA Cup against Sheffield United. Kind of seemed a bit easy towards the end of the game, but it definitely didn't start that way. I kind of feel like we didn't play all that well today in spells. I thought the first 10 to 15 minutes of both halves, we looked a bit shaky and not really understanding what positions we were playing or how to play in those positions, whether that's just a bit of rustiness or the positional changes that were made, like Marcel into centre-back and then Donker's second half into centre-back. But we grew into the games and started playing some really nice stuff, and I thought Podence today was absolutely unreal. It's probably one of his best games in a Wolves shirt. Him and Fabio especially linked up really well together. It was really refreshing and nice to see the way that Fabio works and wants the ball and makes his runs, and the little interchanges with him and Podence today worked really well. And for me, I think Fab's at that point now where we should start him for a Premier League game and see what he can do. He's a bit different to Raul in the sense that he seems a bit more alive to things, and I could see that Raul could probably do with a bit of a rest on the bench. But yeah, today he was brilliant, and Podence was everywhere. You can see how well Podence has started playing and how well he's come on since he come into the club. I know he suffered with injury a lot last season, so we didn't get to see much of him, but you can see in this system and the way that Bruno wants to play that he's going to really thrive in this situation. A couple of down points. Adama had a chance today to prove his worth again, and I don't know what it is with him. Some days he looks up for it, and then others he just looks like he doesn't want to be here. I think it might be time up for him, which would be a shame considering how much that we could have got for him a couple of seasons ago. But if he wants to move, and if that's what the manager and Jesse want, then I think it's the right time for him to leave, so we can spend that money, if we ever do spend that money, on positions that we actually need and things that we can improve on. I thought the wing-backs today were brilliant as well. I thought Aït-Nouri struggled massively in the first 10 minutes of the first half. It's like he'd never played football before. But he grew to the game as well. It's a lovely assist for him. And Semedo again, he's been really good this season. I know a lot of people put Semedo down last season when we didn't really get to see much of him play, only through a TV screen. But now we're seeing him in real life. I think a lot of people are really starting to see the player and why he was at Barcelona, see the player that he really is. So yeah, another good game for us today. It was an enjoyable watch. And on to the next round of the FA Cup, which is a bit of a boring draw against Norwich, which I'm very pleased isn't an away draw. But we move on, and hopefully we can keep pushing. I'd love a good cup run, so hopefully we can get that with this Wolves team. So yeah, cheers for having me on, boys. See you later.
Howdy there, Dave Azzapardi from Talking Wolves. This is John Burkhart, the leader of the Memphis Wolves fan club, and my boy, state your name.
Toby.
First time at Molyneux. It was a great one to get your first time. What was the score, by the way?
3-0.
And who was your man of the match?
Podence.
Mine too. Daniel Podence was my man of the match. It was, but I will say, I felt like even though we had a shaky start, and I thought Nori might have given it away, we could have been 2-0 down after a minute or two. We put on a clinic. There were some silky touches. Fabio, I thought Fabio Silva played well. Traore looked dangerous, and I loved. Who did we go crazy when they came on at the end?
Jimenez.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! When Jimenez came on and he was had the ball and the keeper was just floundering like I don't know what, and then Podence got his second. It was a beautiful one. Imagine that, Dave, being your first match. That's what this boy did. First match, the magic of the FA Cup. Podence was our man of the match. Way our Wolves. And now we have a long train home, but it was worth it. So, yeah. Anyway, come on. Subscribe to Talking Wolves. And we are Wolves. Thanks, Dave. Cheers. Bye.